So meditation is an act that we do to get rid of something. So we need to ask ourselves, what are the things that we want to get rid of while performing meditation? Because while performing meditation, we can get rid of them, but when we are not performing, they will come back and they will annoy us, right? So that's not a solution that one will get. It doesn't matter how long they practice, as long as the practice is over, they will come back to the jungle of reality, and the reality will eat them, torture them, put them in all sorts of fear, anxiety, you name it. So what actually the things that we want to get rid of by performing meditation, or the ancient sages or people whoever did meditation, what they actually told us and what we interpreted their statements. So let's see what actually the meditation should be. So we all want to get rid of the things that we don't want, right? And mostly fear, anxiety, or depression, or any kind of uh, things that we don't like, we want to get rid of. And while performing meditation, we think that we are not thinking about them, and we try to not think about them, and they keep coming, and there is a moment where we just get either sleepy, or we think that there is something is happening, so that attention is getting diverted from those bad thoughts to a different thought. Anyway, those are all thoughts, so we are just playing with our thoughts. So what's the solution then? What is actually meditation? What should be actually meditation? Don't take any borrowed second-hand concepts. So anything we do is action. Anything we can observe is action. Any explanation is action, which is introduced. I mean, explanation is introduced by us. The act is action, but the explanation, the meaning we put by ourselves. So those are introduced. So any action that we perceive is uh, telling us to either describe them or to know them. Just like when we see a tree, the tree is basically trying to say something, but or trying to interact with us, trying to look at that tree with the actual vision, but we already know that this is a tree. What is a big deal, right? So there is no big deal in looking at a tree, or looking at any animal, looking at any human being, looking at the sun, looking at the moon. We all know that they are already known, because we already gave them our explanations, and we don't think that any explanation that is given by us is all bullshit, because they are given by us. We don't even know what an object is, and any cause that we bring to interpret anything, that cause itself, or any frame of reference itself, is an idea, or introduced concept, which can be helpful, but that doesn't mean that they are real. They're introduced, so they are not real. The things, or the actions that we are perceiving, that is real. And I can throw any meaning on that. You can throw any meaning on that based on your desire. Someone else can throw some other meaning, and we create our own universe, right? So first we need to know the mechanism of objectifying any action, how we do that. And once I mean, you can take any example. Let's say this pen. So this is a pen. uh, this is an idea that we took from our seniors, or from the social society. So its act is writing. So we can perceive that this is the action that I'm doing with this pen, but we are putting a meaning that this is the act of writing. Just see the process of objectifying. So anything that I'm doing with this pen is supposed to be called as writing, right? So like that, we are objectifying each actions. We don't know what this pen is. It's unknowable because the moment you want to know the object called pen, you are bound to observe the action. And to interpret that action, we say that there is an object called pen which is interacting with energy. And both the object and the energy, mysterious thing, I mean, there is something that is interacting with something, and that's producing the shape with a name, with a color, with the touch sensations. So all the sense perceptions are called as action. Even the term action is introduced, so that's okay, but because we need to call this perception something. And any interpretation of this action will bring or will introduce different cause like energy and object. Both of them are unknowable. It's not like we will know one day. It's unknowable. It's impossible to know them. Any sensible person will know that. So based on the action performed by an object, we call it as an object, but it's okay for day-to-day usages. It's okay. So once we know the process of objectifying based on different sense perceptions, based on different colors, taste, touch, smell, etc., sound, and if we see like that, then we will slowly understand that all the meanings, all the explanations, all the descriptions, all the attempt to know the surrounding, the universe, those are those are given by us, introduced by us. Those are not existing as an existence. We are throwing our meaning, our explanation to the existence. So they has to be false, right? It's hard to accept, but it has to be false. But anyway, so when someone realizes that and laughs at all the meanings and all the explanations, then he is in a state which is like beyond this ordinary state that most of us are staying with all sorts of notions, all sorts of meanings, explanations. And when you reach that state which is beyond, which is free of all those explanations and everything, all the discontinuity, because everything is continuous. We will discuss what is the continuity. But when you realize that the existence which is objectified based on different sense perceptions, and all those objectifications are done by us, then you will see that the whole existence as one, as unity. That's the state of realizing the higher level of reality. I mean, you will never know what is truth. You can only know what is false. So we were at a state where everything was explained, everything, all explanations were given by us. Now we know that it's given by us. So we are one step upper from the very very bottom, right? So in that state, we will have an unexplainable joy kind of feeling, and that will be yours. I'm not gonna put any feeling or anything to your mouth. It will be yours. You invent by yourself. But that's the ultimate thing, when you will realize that all the explanations are given by us or by someone else's, and we took them as our belief from the childhood without any attempt to know the process of objectifying the actions. We need the second hand ideas, but we need to know that they are second hand. And while knowing that they are second hand, we should ask how the objectification is actually working. Then you will know that the higher level of reality. So the meditation is basically the state of one who, for whom it is clear that every objectification is done by us. So for him there will be no more objects. There will be action, but there will be no objects with specific meanings, like this is a pen, this is my body, this is the air, this is the light, like that. Everything will be a unity. You see the non-dual unity. So that's the state which is unexplainable. You have to experience by your own, and that's actually the meditation supposed to be. And you have to just know what is false. If you want to have any experience like going trance or something, if you urge or if you desire for that experience, you will definitely have that, because you already have that. Having different experiences or having your own thoughts, own projections on the existence itself, right? So anything you wish, that will be fulfilled, because you have that infinite power of projecting your thoughts, your explanation, your desire on the existence. It can be your own body or it can be the surroundings, right? So you don't desire for anything, you just observe things as it is. Then you will feel the magic of the meditation. Just sitting with a closed eye and a dumb smile in the face doesn't mean that you are meditating. Okay. So yeah, once we know all meanings are given by us, then the ultimate meditation, the meditation for the grown up, will begin. Meditation is not for the kids. uh yeah, then the sixth point is you will be free from all the fall explanations, and staying with that fact is meditation. Yeah, that's a thing that we should have, even with the open eyes or with the closed eyes. With the eyes closed we will have experiences, with open eyes we will have experiences, because there can be no moment of uh, not having any experiences. uh, it's impossible. uh, and never ever believe that what people called as samadhi, this word is very famous in India. Don't believe what is samadhi. Try to explore. I mean, try to explore by yourself, and never ask for any trance or any samadhi to yourself when you are performing any meditation, because that will give you the feeling of samadhi, a false samadhi, because you have the power of projecting the thoughts, the ideas within yourself as well as outside you. You see what I mean? What I mean? So don't try to do anything. Just see that all explanations are given by you or borrowed from someone else's, and it doesn't matter whether it's yours or someone else's. It's an explanation, and any explanation is bound to be false. They can be handy for day-to-day usages, but they are false at the very core. And just seeing that will enable you in deep meditation throughout the day. I'm talking with you, you are listening to me, everything will be meditation. So some people say that engage yourself in deep focus, or some will say that just witness. So one is the active kind of thing. When you are doing something, you are actively engaged in that. Another is the passiveness. So when you are, let's say, sitting or let's say meditating, you are just passively observing anything, but only observing without knowing what you are actually observing is stupidity, right? You should know that whatever you are observing is unknowable, and any explanation of that observation is bound to be false, because all explanations is by human being, right? And that's the thing that will enable you to go into the meditation, because you gave up all the I mean, you give up all the fightings that you were doing to 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 protect yourself from all sorts of thoughts that bug you, right? So they will not come anymore because they instantly will vanish because you know that they are not real. It were never real. So what is truth, that you will know. It's unexplainable what is truth. You have to you have to experience it by yourself. Any explanation is bound to be false or second-hand ideas taken from someone else's. So yeah, explore what is meditation.